ever had a low point where you questioned everything?
I was sleeping on my cousin's couch. Like, I'm dead fucking broke. 447 credit score. Got a car that I could barely keep up with making payments on.
Is that tattooed in your head? That moment, that feeling?
If I stop now, I'm gonna be back on somebody's couch. I got a comfy ass couch in my house, and I can barely take a nap on it. Like, if I'm ready to lay down, I gotta go to the bed. And I made over 6 figures sleeping on bro's couch. Like, you wanna talk about lowest of lows? I'm getting people $50,000 a day.
Welcome to another episode of the Out of the System podcast. I'm your host, CLIMACO. Today's guest is a funding expert, A-Mob. Always move on business.
Yes, sir.
Bro, that's epic. How'd you come up with that?
So truth be told, I didn't create my name. So
That's usually the best way when someone gives it to you.
Originality.
Yes.
So I got my name when I was 12 from one of my older brothers, one of my stepbrothers. And
He knew.
And it was used for something different back then.
Okay.
And when I started to get traction in my entrepreneurial world, you know, people were saying like, yo, you got to change your name. You got to change your character. And I was like, I can't change my identity. So instead of embracing what my name was used for that was negative,
You could rebrand.
just rebranded it. Yes, sir.
I fucking love it.
Yes, sir.
Where you from?
So I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, born and raised Columbus, Ohio. Just moved to Fort Lauderdale back in April.
God bless. Congratulations. How do you liking it?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I've been a lot of places. Ain't nothing better than Florida.
Ain't
From what
nothing
I've
better than
seen so far, it's just raw motivation. Everybody in Florida does something. It's rarely hardly that you'll meet somebody and say, "What you doing?" They're like, well, "I just work a job."
Right.
So to me, it seems like this is the land of freedom.
The hustle mode is on here. People are getting after it.
Yes, sir.
Same, I agree. That's why I came here. I'm from New York originally. Came here 5 years ago because I felt the energy leave New York and come to Florida. You know?
So for me, like me and my brother, we literally made a decision in like 2 weeks, put everything that we could in a truck, and just drove down here.
Smart.
And just took a leap of faith.
That's how it's got to be.
Yes, sir.
I feel like here, like you said, everyone's doing well. And you feed off that energy. And you meet incredible people. They're incredible places, incredible restaurants, incredible networking events that you can just go meet like-minded people and really evolve.
One thing that I hear often is Florida's expensive. And that's typically a consumer mindset.
Yes.
When I hear Florida is expensive, all I hear is it's a way to make more money.
Yes.
It's a way to make a lot more money out here.
And it weeds out a lot of people.
You can only fake it for so long.
Exactly.
You can only fake the motion for so long.
100%.
Yes, sir.
I love that. So how'd you get into funding?
So my entrepreneur journey started 4 years ago. I started in real estate, and I was going to these real estate events every week for a year straight.
Okay.
Because this was the first time I heard about people making 6 figures a month legally. So one thing that they kept talking about was scaling their business using other people's money.
Right.
I had a personal situation happen. I ended up not homeless because my cousin opened his door. He allowed me to sleep on his couch. And while trying to scale my business, I felt like I was doing everything the right way, but I just kept hitting the wall. And I couldn't figure it out until one day a light bulb moment happened. And I was like, well, if I want to go somewhere that I know they're giving money out, I just need to go to the bank.
Right.
And I did what 90% of people are scared to do. I went to the bank and I got denied. I'm not afraid to hear no. So I went to the bank. They denied me because my credit was bad. I pulled the typical minority move. Y'all don't want to give me nothing because I'm black. And the lady was like, no, your credit just fucked up. And I didn't understand what she meant. I'm 22, 23 years old. I don't understand anything about credit.
Right.
So she told me what I needed to do to fix it. I got connected with somebody. I fixed my credit. It took 90 days. I went back to that same bank, and they approved me for $40,000 in 48 hours.
Wow. At 22.
Well, at this time, with the time passing, I was 23.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm sleeping on my cousin's couch, and I got $40,000. And I was like, all right, this some shit that they not telling us about. So then I just dove down a rabbit hole. I learned how to start structuring businesses.
Okay.
And then I realized people were getting their businesses structured so they could go to the banks. So I had a couple people who would send me 10 to 20 clients a week. I was telling them that I knew how to do funding. I didn't know nothing. I just knew like, all right, these is banks that you go through. And I just started trying to run a play, and I kept getting clients denied. So while studying one day, I came across an article about Wells Fargo, and I seen that they kept getting sued for being prejudiced. Like African Americans would sell their homes and they would get less the value.
I remember that.
So I was like, you know what? This bank got a reconsideration line. Let me find some people that's partnered with them. I sent the client through, they got denied. We called the reconsideration line and pulled the prejudice move.
Really?
They overturned it, gave that client $50,000. I made $5,000. I got my first funding client July 13th, 2023. I made $5,000 in like 15 minutes worth of work. And I realized like, oh, it's nothing better than this.
What clicked for you when you saw that Wells Fargo news that said, I could run that play? What clicked for you there?
Because for me, I understood that the reason why they were able to do what they were doing is because it was a lack of information that we didn't have. So when you know better, you do better.
Right.
If I meet all the correct data points that everybody else who's coming through here meets and you deny me, that's a personal issue and something internal that you projected towards me. And what made me realize that is because I've worked at multiple jobs and I hated my job, right? I was just showing up trying to get the bills paid.
Right.
Job stands for just over broke. So I started to realize there's a lot of people who work in these banks who don't know anything about the banks they work in. They're just showing up to get paid. So when my client got denied and I knew that they were there for 7 years, I knew that their credit profile was amazing. I said this underwriter just didn't feel like doing their job.
Right.
And it's a small crack that might be able to get us to push through.
That's crazy.
And I tried it and it worked. And for the next 60 days, I averaged 3 Wells Fargo clients a day. So now I'm sleeping on my cousin's couch, got money burning a hole in my pocket, and I'm averaging $40,000 a month without ever investing in a mentorship. And then I was like, all right, it's time.
Did your cousin tell you to pay rent?
Yeah. So I was definitely doing my part with that. But what I started to do was I started to invest my money into actually learning more about funding.
Got you.
And the more money that I spent on funding mentorships, the more I realized that these mentors were just teaching you how to run specific marketing companies and not really how to run funding companies because they didn't want it to get oversaturated. So after investing about $60,000 to $70,000, bunch of wasted money a lot of the times, I just put my head down. I created my own sequences. I stuck to my own means and my own terms, and I started doing it my way, and now I'm your funder's favorite funder.
Now I'm your funder's favorite funding.
Yes, sir.
Just over broke.
Just over broke.
You have great acronyms.
Because the thing is, if we sit here and you try to ask me something about school, something I learned in high school, it's boring. I didn't learn the traditional way. But if we can make this shit fun, if we can put something with it to make it memorable, you'll never forget it.
It's true.
So it's like, to be a great teacher, you have to know how to break certain things down and make it very memorable, and it has to be relatable. Everybody in their life thinks that having a job and going to college is the right way and avoiding debt is something that you should do at all costs.
Right.
Until you realize that most billion-dollar businesses are built off of debt, and college only prepares you for 2 places. School period only prepares you for 2 places, and that's prison or work. These are the only places where I got to request free time to be myself.
Right.
So
I think like only a few careers require school, right? Like probably doctors, engineer, maybe lawyers, like things like that, right? But anything else, man, go learn a trade.
Yeah, learn it. So the thing is, by the age of 24, I had 24 failed jobs. I didn't get my first job until I was 17. So from 17 to 24, most would say I was a quitter. I realized that I didn't operate under the systems that most people operated under.
I know what you mean.
You're not going to tell me what to do.
Right.
You're not going to have me showing up, busting my ass 6 days a week while you out spending time with your family. Like, That worked for some people, but for me, it just didn't make sense. So once I really found out about entrepreneurship and I seen it was people living life outside of the matrix, I knew that that was like where I needed to be.
It's the second time today the Matrix has been brought up. What does that mean to you?
So to me, the matrix is a system that's been put in front of you since you were 4 to 5 years old that got you programmed to think that normal is not normal. Like if you go back and you think about some of the wildest thoughts that you had at 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, most people told you that you couldn't do it. It's not real. It's not fathomable.
Right. It's not for you.
So that kills your courage. The matrix is made to sustain you to be content. And it's funny to me that all these laws and everything have changed since the 1800s, but the schooling curriculum that got put in place in the 1800s is still the same thing that's taught today.
Isn't that crazy?
No, it's not crazy because the man
It's
who
on
put
purpose,
it in,
right?
the man who put it in place said, "I'm going to teach my children how to teach your children to be content to work for me." So it's not crazy. It's they found a system that they were able to sustain. And to me, it shows me that if they can create a system like that, I can do the same thing. But instead of trying to force people to work for me, I can show you how to fire your boss, empower yourself, employ yourself, and then put your family in a position to where you'll never need from anybody else.
That's great. That person who you got 50 grand for, you probably changed their lives.
So I learned very quickly while running a funding company that money doesn't fix money problems. So when I started off early in my career,
People were blowing it.
man, I could go back right now to probably about 20 clients who I've gotten over 6 figures in funding for, who has probably hurted them more than it's helped them.
Really?
So now if I'm going to get you funding, like I want to make sure we got a solid plan.
Right.
Because I
Of
don't want to,
execution.
I don't want to be the demise to your potential success.
Right.
Because you bit off more than you could chew.
Right. So then that backfires on you.
Yes.
Because now you're hurting and not helping.
Man, it's probably some people out there that like, he ruined my life. I wish I never had a call with him, but you asked me for 200,000, right? So now it's more so just understanding
Wow.
like, this is where you can place this money. I'm not a financial advisor at all, but I can connect you with a couple amazing people where you can turn credit into cash flow.
Right.
So now
Buy
that
a
I
property
have,
or whatever.
Yep. So now that I have these resources that I'm connected to, I'm able to really help people get in position so they can actually make that money work for them.
That's great. You probably get a cut from that too.
I don't even look for a cut from that.
Okay.
So I know a lot of people, they build their businesses off of affiliate marketing.
Right.
But it's like, I already got paid from you, right? Like that, me connecting you with somebody, that's kind of like my godly duty. Like,
Okay.
I was connected to who I needed to be connected to.
Right.
Because this happened before it ever happened. It was all placed in divine timing. So when you came across me, I had the resources to facilitate where you needed to go to next. I can't charge you for everything.
What do you think gave you this mentality, this understanding, this way of thinking?
I come from humble beginnings, very humble times where you had to think fast. I used to get jobs. Me and my guy used to literally, we shared a house. We would get jobs just to be able to pay the bills and then go back to trying to build our craft. At this time, I was super heavy into music. I would literally get off work at like 8 o'clock and then I would go tour the cities that was 2 and 3 hours away from me to do like shows in these little hole in the walls. So I had to be quick and swift to be able to accomplish everything so I could get back home to get to work, make time to go see my kids. And it got to a point where it was like, all right, working hard isn't always the key. Instead of using just one side of your brain, learn how to use both so you can always stay in position.
Yeah. I've known some guys growing up who worked 2-3 jobs and never got out of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that saying where I seen a post when I was 16 and this would change my life. This is when they were trying to ban the cigarettes and all of that at the time. And it's like, yo, cigarettes is $10 a pack. Let's say you get a pack every day, and they did a wild calculation and was like, this is how much money you burn in a year. That's why I don't smoke. And the person who smoked rebutted and was like, So how come you don't have that much money saved up?
Right.
Because we all have vices.
Correct.
So with me knowing that I have specific vices and I know that I like to spend money frivolously in certain things, why not learn to capitalize or make money off of the things that I like to invest into?
Like what, for example?
So for me, one thing that I love more than anything is I love music and I love fashion.
Okay.
Right? So if you look inside of my closet, to most people, it would look ridiculous. It'd be like, yo, you don't need all of this. But the truth of the matter is now I'm always in front of somebody's camera. So my image is everything. I'm using a business card.
Right.
It's a certain threshold within the tax code that I can write this off.
Right.
Because these are work clothes. So I'm not doing too much. But my appearance is everything. Jewelry. I have a couple pieces of jewelry that have my business logo on the back of them because they're marketing pieces.
Smart.
Right? All my vehicles, business name, because these are the work vehicles. So if I'm a spend money on just regular everyday things, it has to benefit what I'm doing every day. I don't want to just go and buy clothes to come and meet you in a club and waste money on bottles and charade around the bitches. That's not for me. Let's actually dress up, go meet somebody like you, have a dope conversation, build billions like my guy Mike Green would say, and focus on the relationship so we get to the next level.
Amen. Speaking of that, what is your relationship with God?
God is everything. Even when I was in the streets, like I knew that without God, it's certain times that I wouldn't have made it home. It's certain instances that, you know, people say by the grace of God. Like, no, I literally know. Like, without it being a higher being, I wouldn't be sitting here in this chair. And I understand that I had to go through everything. So when it's time for me to go back to my community to save the young souls that look like me, it's documented and I can show, hey, this is what I went through and this is where I'm at now. You aren't the trials. You aren't the failures.
Yeah.
Your test creates your testimony. So, like, God is everything to me.
Was there a moment for you when you were on the streets and you thought to yourself, man, I'm done with this?
So it was a couple of them moments, but then, like I was in a motorcycle club and an unfortunate accident happened where somebody came in and robbed somebody and he ultimately lost his life. And the guy who protected everybody, this is one of my best friends. Like he didn't do nothing wrong. But somebody else in this situation ended up tampering with evidence. It was just a whole
mess.
A whole mess. And it made me realize, like, damn, this is too close to home. And then I watched my guy spend $60,000 on a self-defense attorney.
Wow.
And leading up to his trial, he was like, yo, regardless of how much money you done spent, like, it's ultimately up to 12 people who I don't know.
Correct.
To guarantee if I'm going to come home or not. So, like, just watching him fight for his life for 3 years. When it first happened, I was like, yo, we got to get far away from this shit. And the more that the trial progressed, it was just like, yeah, I can't go back. At this time, I wasn't doing funding. Like, I was working at a regular job. I was making $700 every 2 weeks.
Wow.
$60,000 on a self-defense attorney. I for sure can't afford that.
Right.
So that's when I realized, like, it's really only 2 exits. Well, it's 3. You get out while you broke and you figure something out. You go to prison or you die. So leave all this shit here and create a fresh start.
It's powerful.
Yes, sir.
It really is, because a lot of people get sucked into it, don't know how to get out.
But the reason why that is because you are a product of what you surround yourself with.
I see.
So it's like, for those who don't understand, they probably will never understand, but the best way to simplify it is what you pay most attention to on social media typically starts to find you on social media. So if I'm outside and I'm literally waking up every day, and this is my life, right? I'm waking up every day and I'm standing on a street where 7 houses surrounding me are full of heroin addicts. So I'm walking outside and I'm seeing people I went to high school with, they parents, they cousins, everybody outside nodding off. The common mindset is, well, shit, let's.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Be the provider to the product that they need.
Right.
And me, I'm like, yo, this shit is kind of heartbreaking because I know that you're not the mistake you made. You just fighting something that you're addicted to.
Right.
And it gets easier when you're outside and you see a bunch of negative stuff to only be able to see that. The picture always looks different from inside of the frame. So I've always tried to look at life from a perspective of, if I never went through these situations, where would I be? So it allowed me to escape reality most of the time, where a lot of my life that y'all see here, I got to create based off of words. I spoke this lifestyle into existence before it ever happened because I didn't get caught up in my reality.
And now you're an example and a leader, and you can show everybody else the ropes.
Yes, sir.
Show them how it's done.
That's the best part about it. So the reason why I love funding is because no matter what business you in, it costs money.
Right.
It costs money. No matter what you're doing, real estate, Toro, anything that you're doing when you're trying to scale, you need capital.
Yep. So
I know that business owners only make up 8% of the U.S. population. I don't want to focus on them. I want to focus on the 92% of Americans that's between 18 to 55 that feel stuck. So I can show you that all you need is a little bit of capital and a little bit of guidance. And once you get what you need, it's off to the races.
Yeah. I borrowed about $30K to build the studio about a year ago. You know, like, could I have probably put my own money? But yeah, but why?
It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's one of those situations where it's like, for most people, they gotta work a year to get $40,000, $42,000. We're taught in the neighborhoods that I grow up in that borrowing money isn't good, right? And they make it so convenient to where you can work a job, they give you a paper check, and then what do you have directly in your backyard? Convenience stores or liquor stores that allow you to cash checks. So most people aren't even comfortable putting their money in a bank because I can go and take this piece of paper, I can get cash immediately, and all my vices are around me.
Yes.
So if the goal is to save,
What a crazy system.
if the goal is to save, how can I save in a system that's not set up for me?
Right. It's literally designed for you to fail.
Every time.
Wow.
Every time. So what I love about what I do is I show you how to escape the system fast. Because I didn't believe in credit. I was that guy, anytime I got a car in my name, if the engine or something went out, because I wasn't going to dealerships. I was going to like buy here, pay here, come take it, repo it, right? I go to a phone store. I don't want the phone no more. I stopped paying on it, right? I didn't understand credit. I didn't value credit. But now that I understand that I can walk in any bank in all 50 states and I can get $25,000 to $50,000 at any given moment, and I can put that to work today, it's the best motto. It's the best business model that you could have.
What would you say is like the ideal credit number?
So I don't care about a credit number.
Okay.
I want you to have a credit build out. So a lot of
Break
people
that down for me.
Yep. So a lot of people focus on a credit number, right?
Right.
And a number without a build out is pointless. So what I want you to have is at least a 680 credit score,
Okay.
100% payment history, 0 derogatory marks, 8 to 12 revolving primary accounts, average credit age at least 4 years, and no more than 2 to 3 hard inquiries. With a profile like that, I can easily get you $150,000 to $200,000. I have people who come to me with 800 credit scores because they got a mortgage when they were 18 and they're 40 years old now, but they've never had a credit card, they've never had an auto loan or anything.
Got it. No history.
No history. You just got a house. Okay, congratulations. You're able to pay your rent. But if the bank can't validate your credibility on how you're good with borrowing money, they can't give it to you.
Got it.
So if I can help you create a diverse mix or a decent credit portfolio, then we focus on the score later. But let's focus on the build out first.
Explain to me why it hurts your score to check your score.
So it hurts your score to check your score depending on where you check it.
Okay.
Right? So if I go somewhere and they pull my credit, they're doing a hard inquiry.
Right.
And with them doing a hard inquiry, that makes me lose 4 to 6 points, right?
Why is that?
I don't know that part.
It's so fucked up.
That's the wild part. But if you get credit monitoring apps like Credit Karma, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, Identity IQ, Smart Credit, you can check your credit for free. Like I could tell a lot about a person simply off of asking them, when's the last time you checked your credit?
A couple days ago.
You care. If I ask somebody and they
smart-
say, yo, I ain't checked my credit in years. Like, yo, something wrong with you.
I have
Like,
most of those apps that you mentioned. I have Smart Credit. I have.
I got all of them. Because I want to make sure everything correlated across the board because I
Right.
understand that it's over 40 different credit grading scales, right?
How many?
Over 40.
Really?
There's over 40 different scales.
Wow.
So the thing is, you'll never truly know which scale a bank is going to pull from. So you just got to ask them. Like, yo, what scale do y'all use? What scale do y'all, or what FICO are you going to pull when it's time for me to apply for funding? And they'll let you know. I want to make sure I'm good across the board.
That's crazy. Why isn't there a standard? Like, pick one freaking system to pick from.
You know why it's not a
I
standard.
know they want to fuck with you.
Yeah, you know why it's not a standard.
They just
because
wanna fuck with you.
The thing is, anytime a specific demographic of people, and I'm not just saying black people, but anytime
Yeah. Could be
just the minorities,
Yes.
period,
Yeah.
understand how to play the game, they gotta switch it up. They gotta throw a fork in the road. Because once we start winning a game that we wasn't made to win, it's like, all right, let's figure out how to just push this goalpost back a little bit more.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Reminds me of Black Wall Street,
Yes. Yes.
you know?
Yes. But the thing that saddens me now is we have more than enough resources to recreate it.
100%.
So now it's just we're a product of self-hate. We're a product of understanding that if I didn't grow up with you and I didn't watch you struggle and I didn't see your failures and you're not from the same 1 or 2 blocks as me, we probably can't get along and coexist. And for me, like, I've always thought different. So, like, when we was
Right.
growing up and I seen dudes arguing about females, and I'm like, hold on, you gonna kill him and go to jail and do life, and she gonna be getting slammed in the next 30 to 60 days?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is just a perfect this is a perfect representation of how you feel about yourself. A lot of times it's just self-hate. And
It makes no sense.
so the reason why it does though is because when you pay attention to the case studies, the way that we're always depicted is a villain. Like, you gotta think, the first time that our history is spoke about, the first time I heard about my history was slavery. I ain't hear about kings, queens, and most of the time, the people that hear about this stuff don't even come from slavery.
Right.
Right? So when you're being taught by your oppressors that your history starts at you being oppressed, how can you ever feel empowered? So when you start to move with this aggression and this type of energy, sometimes the only way that you feel powerful is by projecting this energy in a negative manner to feel like you're dominating something.
Right.
So it's just a trap.
One thing I never understood is why they always framed slavery as a derogatory attached to black people. For example, right? The word slave comes from the word Slavic. The Slavic people are all white, right? Like they were enslaved way before the whole thing in Africa occurred. So to your point, right? Instead of them teaching that entire history, that there's been several types of people who have been enslaved, right? They shine the light on no, black people were the ones that were slaves.
I mean, so let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When sports started, did black people start sports?
No.
Basketball, right? So
No.
anytime we get our hands on something and we realize we good at it,
For sure.
we take over.
Yes.
So it's down to the point like music.
Music is one of the greatest ones
Music.
because rock and roll is really black. It's not a white thing.
They got-
Elvis took that shit and ran with it.
They have to.
Yes.
They have to because it's just like we have self-hate and certain fears and projections, they do too. So as long as they can control the media and steal the light, they're going to do it every time.
Yes.
But
But bro, God is good.
all the time.
The black community is so creative. They made hip hop.
That ain't the only thing they made,
No,
though.
of course not.
Like peanut butter. I fucking love peanut butter. It came from a black person, right?
I did not know that.
It's a lot of it's this research that we have to do. And it's so fucked up because it's so fucked up because when you think about it, we make everything cool. Like, yeah, don't
Hell
get me
yeah.
wrong. I understand that more than likely funding came from some Wall Street boys. And if they sit and they had this conversation, this shit would be boring.
Yes.
Like, okay, yeah, so we're gonna leverage it's no rhythm, right?
No, there's no jazz to it.
Anytime we get our hands on something and we really get to understand it, it has a different appeal to the massive eye. And the thing is, a lot of the oppressors really want to be like us. Like,
Bro, you got white women injecting shit in their lips to have their lips look more like black women's lips.
it's crazy out
Ain't
here
that
now.
some shit?
It's crazy out here now. And the thing is, like, what I never understood is why we could never all come together, because if we all have the same common goal,
Right.
it'll be different. But it's just about the things that was instilled in them. Like, it's certain things that just aren't taught. It just happens. If I step in an elevator right now, potentially me and my friends who look like me, and it's a little white lady on the elevator, the first thing that she's probably going to do if she has a purse is what?
Clutch it.
Clutch it. I'm stronger than you. If I want your fucking purse, I'll take it. Right? But this is just what they're taught. They think that we are a specific way, and the truth of the matter is it's easy for the villain to always act as the victim to
Yeah.
justify why they act how they act.
Yeah. Yeah, she would literally feel scared.
Yeah. And the crazy part is my credit probably better than yours. I got more funding than you. Like, only thing you
Can't
have
judge
is,
a book by its cover.
and that's the funny part about life. Like, I love walking into a bank in some Nike shorts and a wife beater and some Nike socks so I can apply for some funding, and they think that is bullshit. And when that approval smack on the screen, you're astounded because you're trying to figure out, how was he able to do that and I work here and I can't?
Yeah.
It's because I understand your system better than you.
Did you see this guy who had just gotten a $21,000 check? Black guy. He goes to cash it, and the cashier thinks it's fake and calls the cops, and he gets arrested.
I would have lit their ass. I would have got paid. Like, that's the part of the game that I love.
Yeah?
That's the part of I want you to think that everything about me is wrong, because I'm gonna make an example out of you. Like, I walked into Chase last year, and I walked into our busiest branch, dressed how I told you I'm dressed when I go into the bank, And I deposit a lot of money into my banks. And I move a lot of money around too to crack the internal score. So the guy was like, hey, like, you know, why don't we get you a credit card? And I was like, because you can't give me the limit that I want. And he said, well, what's the limit that you want? And I said 50,000, and he laughed and was like, of course, everybody wants that. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I came back in this same branch in 6 days with my credit card that I got approved for $50,000, and I had him added to my profile. And he didn't understand, one, how I got approved for this funding so fast, and two, how I even received the card that quick. Because sometimes it's not always about what you know, it's about who you know.
How did you get the card so quick?
I'm connected to over 30 bankers and 15 underwriters. So when I get approved for the type of funding that I get approved for, they express mail it to me 2 to 3 days.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't go and just accept a limit from the bank. I request the limits that I want. And I'm able to request it based off of understanding this is y'all's algorithm, and everybody whose profile look like this has an average of what they get approved for. So I want the max of what the average is. Don't give me the low end. Give me the max of what the average is, because I beat all of these data points on my profile.
That's incredible. You remind me of like how Facebook works, right? Because Facebook has all these data points that they know about you, right? And that's how you run ads, right? Based on all these data points. It's very similar. So all these data points of who you are, right? You got to fit into this certain profile in order to get qualified for the amount of credit that's going to open up your world.
Correct. Yep. So down to like 2019, 2020, 21, and 22, everybody would do funding between the hours of 1 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Why?
Because that's typically was the easiest time to get an automatic approval, right? I never understood that shit. Truth be told, if you're gonna get approved for funding, you're gonna get approved. Like, if you're gonna get denied, you're gonna get denied. But at those specific times, the automatic system wasn't looking deep into profiles. That was just how the algorithm of the banks worked. And then once so many people ran so many plays like this, they realized, okay, we have to adjust this to put better things in position.
Got it.
All funding is understanding that this is what the bank wants. This is what I need to have. This is what my business needs to look like. And this is what my income needs to be. And when you meet all of those, it's easy to get approved for whatever you want. It's kind of like literally setting whatever return on investment that you want and getting it every time.
What's the easiest way to remove a hard inquiry or a delinquency?
So we got to understand consumer law, right? So the truth of the matter is, when it comes to hard inquiries, it states in the inside of the Fair Credit Act that an inquiry should only show up when an active account shows up with the profile. It never happens like that, right? You obtain my credit report and you give me an inquiry that day, and this account doesn't show up for 15 to 30 days. You in breach of your own system. That has to be removed. I didn't apply for that. Because if I did, it's supposed to correlate, and it's supposed to open at the same time that the account opens. So it's a system that was put in place for somebody who understood loopholes so they could utilize them. And for the people who didn't understand it,
The fuckery.
you know what they say, you want to hide something from a specific person, put it in a book. So when you start to sharpen up your sword and you get ready for that battle, all you got to do is read out of the books they've been reading, and you can understand how to leverage, scale, and grow very rapidly.
What drives you?
For me, it's a couple different things. So at first, it was the fact that people didn't believe in me. I know
that one deep.
Yep, I didn't have the support that I felt that I needed. But then I realized that they ain't support Jesus. Like, before he went and had the greatest speech that he ever had, he had a speech in his hometown, and they was ready to kill him. So if they didn't support Jesus, Adreain, what make you think you better than him?
Right.
Okay, so we got to knock that off the board. We accomplished everything for them not believing in you. God said, new story. Tired of hearing that. Okay, well, maybe I feel like I got a chip on my shoulder and I got another point to prove. And the truth of the matter is, what really drives me now is understanding that if I stop today, it's at least 15 to 20 people who are going to be affected by it. And even if I don't see them, if it's not even my kids, it's somebody out there waiting to buy based off of my belief so they can go and take their future back. If I stop now, a whole generation fails. I'm going to wear that cross every time. I'm going to get up. I'm going to bust my ass because there's new money to make every day. It's somebody that needs.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
To be saved every day. This is my God-given right, and this is not only my God-given right, but he put this information in front of me to go save his people. So let me do my job, so when my job is done, I can hear a job well done instead of, yo, you ain't do what you were supposed to do. I'm put here every day that I wake is a day for opportunity. I don't take this for granted because I know it's a mass of people who didn't wake up today. So if I'm here, why am I wasted?
Powerful. That was a real cut right there. That was deep.
It's life. We gotta take advantage every day because a lot of people wake up and they allow somebody to control them. They allow somebody to control the trajectory of their family, their lineage, their bloodline. Won't be me. My kids know. They don't know exactly what I do, but they know they dad an entrepreneur. And
How
they
many
know
kids
that,
you got?
4.
4.
Yep. So I got.
What's up with these 4 kids? Everybody got 4 kids.
Yep. So I got a son and 3 daughters. Yep. So
The other guy had 4 kids, 4 daughters.
Jeez Louise. Yeah. So like my daughters, they know they could call me for anything.
That's awesome.
And then my son, he understands that when we out, his dad calls everybody boss because everybody should be in power. And it confused him like, Dad, you don't work for anybody, so why do you call everybody boss? And he understands very deeply now that the janitor and the CEO get the same respect because you never know who you're talking to.
Exactly. You know the story of the janitor who used to work for, I think it's Nabisco. Okay? He came up with, I think it was the spicy taquitos. Okay? He was the janitor. He requested a meeting with the CEO and presented his idea
And they
of
laughed
basically, no. He loved it.
Okay.
Loved it. Took the idea. Today, he was CEO of that whole division and retired like 15 years later, heading that whole division.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes is somebody to believe in you.
Yes.
So but with me understanding that I didn't have that backing me, that's why I go so hard with what I do. Like I got 90 mentees right now.
That's awesome.
And my teaching started off very like analytical and giving all the stats and what you need. And I realized that a lot of people don't got an information problem. They got a belief problem.
You got a support issue. Yes.
No matter what you got, if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to apply it. So like inside of my mentorship, it's a little different. I empower you. And I empower you by not just showing you the systems that you can put in place to get your clients funded, but I'll literally have you bring a client's profile in, get them funded on spot so you can make money and so you can see that this isn't some luck of the draw situation. If you do everything that I tell you to do, this shit work.
That's empowering, man. How does it feel to know that you empower so many people?
The load get heavy sometimes. The load get heavy sometimes because then your insecurities start to project. When somebody's not executing, you start to feel like, what am I doing wrong? And the truth of the matter is, you can't teach dog. Like
No.
if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. So it make me show up with a different attitude every day because again, if I stop now, that's already 90 people that's gonna be let down. That's not even directly connected to me. They just
Right.
believed in me, right? I have to show up and give it my all every day. We can't. It's no chink in the armor. You can't show a weakness.
Have you ever had a low point where you questioned everything?
I was sleeping on my cousin's couch. Like, I'm dead fucking broke. 447 credit score. Got a car that I could barely keep up with making payments on. Drowning. And
Is that tattooed in your head, that moment, that feeling?
if I stop now, I'm going to be back on somebody's couch. I got a comfy-ass couch in my house. And I can barely take a nap on it. Like, if I'm ready to lay down, I got to go to the bed. And I made over 6 figures sleeping on bro's couch. Like, you want to talk about lowest of lows? I'm getting people $50,000 a day. My credit ended up, a reinsertion happened, so I wasn't able to go get more funding. I got my funding, I stopped. I blew the bag. You gave me $40,000 at 23. I blew the fucking bag. Right? I can't borrow anything for myself, but I'm able to average getting clients $50,000 a day. I felt like I was only getting scraps. But it was like, nah, bro, you put yourself in this situation because you made a promise that when you got this $40,000, you was going to divide it into 4 accounts. You told God that. You didn't do it. You went and got a Harley. You went and got some clothes.
You bought a Harley.
Fuck yeah, I bought a Harley. Like, it was a conversation piece. At the time, the only business owners that I knew that was successful was white. So how can I start a conversation with them? Hey, man, that's a nice bike. That's a very nice bike.
It's kind of smart.
And it's a door opener every time.
Yes, it's true.
So then, you know, I got a street bike, but I'm having conversations and I'm like, yeah, those guys are ridiculous. You know, and it got me in certain rooms that nothing else would have been able to get me into.
Smart.
But now I'm still on bro's couch with a nice ass Harley sitting outside, bunch of clothes in the basement in a trash bag, and my credit shot. And it's like, yo, what am I really doing? Why am I not reinvesting into myself? And then I just started doubling down, and that's when it got dangerous. Created a monster.
Have you ever sat down and really enjoyed the fruit of your labor? Really like sat back and like, damn, bro, I fucking did all this. I helped all these people. I've done all this shit. I've set my kids up.
Nope, because the job ain't done yet. Like, I got that feeling one time. It was crazy. I was at a Cavaliers game.
Okay.
So I went to my first basketball game a year ago.
Really?
I went to my first game in January. I went to like 7 or 8 back to back. And my first time at a basketball game, courtside. So you can only sit courtside from here on out. The experience set.
Yeah.
And I got
once you start that way.
And I got a client approved for $30,000 while sitting courtside. And it was like, damn, she just paid for my tickets. Like, she paid for my tickets, my hotel, everything.
That's
and she
awesome.
don't even realize it. And then a little tear dropped. It was like, damn, you really creating the lifestyle that you always said that you would have.
Yes.
But instead of savoring the moment, I got back to it. Because one thing about an alligator is once they eat, they get full, they go to sleep for 3 days. The hardest thing to do is to be successful and then to get content and then to pull yourself back out to feel that hunger. So one of these days, I'm going to fully embrace it. I'm going to probably take a week off of work. But when I go on vacations, I'm working the whole time, like sitting over there waiting. I was doing funding. Like, it don't stop. I'm averaging $7,000 to $10,000 a day on the low end.
That's awesome.
And I'm doing 20 minutes worth of work. Why would I stop?
How big's your team?
The truth? It's me, Michelle, and then I got 2 VAs.
That's it.
That's it. And then I got a resource.
Super lean.
I got a resource and a super. I got a plethora of super friends that I could call. Like, if I don't know something, what they used to call it back in the day, a Rolodex.
Rolodex.
Man, I got a Rolodex of goddamn super friends. Like, if I don't know something or I need help with something, I'm grateful for the people that I'm connected to. So my immediate team is small,
Okay.
but my reach, man, God knew what he was doing. I'm grateful for everybody that's in my corner.
What do you think helped you make so many connections?
Being genuine, not focused on a dollar amount.
Facts.
Just seeing how I could add value and seeing what other people were doing when they were building connections and realizing like, oh, that's unethical. I shouldn't do that. Oh, that made him feel away when he did that. I definitely shouldn't do that. So just making sure that the benefit was never in my corner when I started off building a relationship. It's like, yo, how can I come to you and take your business to the next level while allowing you to be completely hands off? And now you don't have to do work, and I got affiliates who I'm giving $30,000, $40,000 a week to just off of, sending me referrals.
That's crazy.
I wasn't even making $40,000 a year, and I'm paying people $40,000 a week to send me referrals.
Bro, how much you paying for referrals?
We can talk. We can talk.
Fuck.
We can talk off
What are
camera.
you paying for
So
referrals?
let me ask you, what do you do? What's your main business?
I own a therapy agency for kids with autism.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
Based out of New York. I have a staff of like 50 people.
Okay.
We support a bunch of kids. We do in-school and in-home behavior modification. I have a contract with the DOE of New York.
Okay, and do you teach people how to do that?
I do not.
Okay, so if you were to teach people how to do that, that would be something that's very expensive, right?
Yes.
So people will have to pay you to learn it. Now you're servicing them with knowledge.
Yeah.
I was always taught that if we're gonna serve at the highest level. So if somebody's coming to me to learn something, but I can't put them in position to facilitate the process, am I really doing my job?
No.
So when somebody has a business where they're teaching people how to do things, I offer my service inside of their business so we can get your clients, your mentees, and anybody you're connected to capital so they
Smart.
can actually completely fulfill the business that you're promising
That's
them.
so smart.
I charge a percentage and then I give you a percentage of my percentage.
That's so fucking smart.
Yeah. So my referrals is a little different.
That's my main bread and butter. I also have the studio.
Okay.
I also do business coaching. I also have a marketing agency.
Okay. So
I do a lot.
it sounds like you connected to people that I need to get in front of so we can get them some funding. So I can give you a
100%.
percentage.
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a little different over here.
Wow. That's a really smart play.
Because again, if I was only focused on making all the money, would I be here? Right?
No.
I rather
Got to spread that wealth.
I'd rather 10% of a watermelon than 100% of a grape.
Exactly.
Because
right.
I mean, sometimes
You were going to have nothing.
literally, this is money that I wasn't gonna get.
Yes.
Why not give you a piece of it?
Yeah.
And then it's the same for the clients. Like, yo, you wasn't gonna be able to facilitate this without them getting capital. So why not just take a percentage?
Fucking genius, bro.
Yeah. And
I
it's-
like how you roll, man.
and it allows me to help more people.
Yes.
Like my goal is to make 100 6-figure earners and 10 7-figure earners in the next 8 months.
That's awesome.
And then after that, we're going to just continue to scale it up.
That reminds me of him 500.
That's my guy.
I interviewed him.
That's my guy.
He's made 60 millionaires.
Yep. So that's one of my mentors.
I bet.
That's one of my
It
mentors.
makes sense now.
Yep. That's one of my.
It makes sense.
That's one of my guys.
It makes sense. Marcus is a dope dude.
I'm telling you, a Rolodex of super friends
Yes.
that I could call. Yes, sir. Yep. So the funny thing is, I had got his course first when I started. I bought it from somebody. They sold it to me. And then when I started making money, I started spending money with a whole bunch of other entrepreneurs who are in the space. And then one day the light bulb just clicked and was like, why not just go to the person who
Yes.
kind of started this shit?
Yeah.
So like I didn't just buy his regular program. I just locked into his 1%, like his highest program that he got.
Smart. Yeah, man. You gotta be close to the heat.
Every time. Every time. Because so now that's where I'm at. Any type of program that I buy, I want to be able to lock into your highest tier because I want direct access. Because I never know when I'm gonna need you, but I know I'm probably gonna need you for something.
Smart.
So
Have that ace in your back pocket.
my guy Mike tell me all the time, like, yo, you be tripping, because I buy these mentorships and I don't even show up. I don't show up to class, calls, nothing. But just having a connection, I'm slowing down with it now. Because there's going to be somebody out here like, damn, he's spending all this money on coaching. Let me get him.
It's the right coaching. It's the right person. The right access. Not just anybody. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so now the goal is to be able to go to like the biggest in every space, lock in with them, and then partner with them. I don't need nothing from you. I'm trying to put money in your pocket.
Right. That's always the best conversation starter. Like, bro, I want nothing from you. I want to put money in your pocket. Can we talk?
Who turning down money? Especially in this industry. I'm realizing, like, it's a bunch of sharks and vultures out here. It's a bunch of sharks and vultures out here. So, yeah, every conversation, that's how it starts. Like, how can I add value to you and your business? And then when they ask what I do, hook, line, sink.
Good for you, man.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be uber successful.
Hey, listen, we on the way. We on the way.
You're authentic, bro.
Myself.
Yeah.
So the thing
I
is,
can tell.
why would I try to be something else? It's already hard being me. So how much harder would it be to act like a Harvard graduate in a white suit and tie and being uncomfortable?
Being you works.
Every time.
You know what I mean?
Every time. Because I bring the fun to my business. Like, I make music. I do a plethora of things. So it's like I'm doing something that a lot
When's
of
the
people,
album dropping?
Ah, man. So I was literally just talking about that last night. It need to drop soon. We got to get somebody to hold me accountable. Because if y'all keep waiting on me, y'all going to be waiting. But we got some new music on the way. So, like, we actually in the process.
Drop a single at least.
So we got one out, Rich Off Credit.
Okay.
I've been telling y'all, your credit good, you better leverage it to go get in your bag. You ain't got to punch a clock, but better get up off your ass.
Let's go.
Yeah, so if y'all ain't heard that, it's over 10 plays inside of that song that you can run today.
That's
with
fire.
telling you how to build your credit, banks to go to, and everything.
That's smart.
Yes, sir. Only way that we're going to get our power back is if we put it into a way that we learn.
Yes.
And I learned a lot of stuff in life through music.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
What do you want your kids to remember you for?
Dad always showed up. Whether it was monetary, emotional, like dad always showed up. And he lived under his terms. Like, my kids is gonna be free. Like if they want to wear that, if my son be like, you know what, we about to wear this Spider-Man costume to school, like, fuck it, be yourself. Because a lot of my ideas that I'm putting into fruition now was things that I thought about as a kid. I'm not going to allow the world to...
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not going to allow the world to force
dim
my
their
kids
light.
to... Yeah,
I know what you mean.
We're not dimming our light.
Let them shine.
Every time.
Yeah.
My dad... The reason why I'm crazy, because my dad was crazy. But it's going to be good because they know that they'll never want for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be that parent that's, when you 18, you got to get out. If my kids is living with me, yes, they are going to have to pay. And they're not going to have to pay because I want their money. What they're paying me is going directly to a savings. So when they hit a specific age or a specific number, what business do you want to invest into? Out of these 7 businesses that dad have, which one do you want to invest into to start your ownership process? Because we're not working jobs.
Right.
We're not working for nobody.
There's no need.
It's us and us only.
I like that. What if your kid came to you and said, Dad, I want to be a lawyer?
I mean,
as a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
if that's what you really want to do, live life under your means. I'm never going to try.
I could work for you
discourage
too,
them.
you know?
Yeah, definitely, right? Especially depending on how the game change out, right? But live life under your terms. Like,
Yeah.
if that's what you want to do, then
Yeah.
do it. But I tried college. I went to college just to get a refund check. They gave me $7,500. I bought a Suzuki Katana 750.
That's what's up.
It's crazy. As soon as I get this money, I go buy motorcycles, right? But I didn't go to college to learn. I'm not about to sit in a room with somebody that's making $82,000 a year, and my goal is to make $1 million in a month.
I know.
How can you tell me how to do that?
I never understood that. Like going to a business class in college.
And this motherfucker don't own a business.
Never. The
It
fuck
shows
is
me,
that?
But you know what that shows me? That it's a lot of people out here that's rich off of information and not implementation.
Yes.
It's a lot of people out here who can teach and tell you what to do. It's a lot of credit gurus out here who don't have access to funding. I can show you that I got over $500,000 in funding. I can show you a mentee who joined my program and under 3 months got access to $500,000 in funding. Right? We not just rich off information. We rich off execution.
How much your program?
So my program is about to go up. The price is going up. It was $2,500. We going up to $5,500 because
That's a jump.
I mean,
I believe it.
Off
That's
of,
awesome.
off of seeing what people making,
Yeah.
off of seeing like, oh no, this shit work. Like you gonna 10x your return. It's worth it because then what it does is it weeds out the bullshitters and the non-believers.
100%.
Like I only want people.
Who are serious.
And not just serious people who are already in a space. Like if
Got
you
it.
do credit repair and you don't offer funding, you focused on the low-hanging fruit of the business. You're telling me that you're content with being good and not great. And when I can show you how to average $15,000 to $20,000 per client, it changed your mindset.
For
So
real.
off of 1 or 2 clients, you done made your money back through the mentorship. And the best part about it is I got an affiliate program where we fund your clients for you and show you how to do it. So you get to learn off of real life examples with your real life clients and you get the success story behind it.
Fire.
Everybody loves a superhero. Everybody loves a good ending.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Hey, not over here we don't.
Nope.
Sometimes we wear Cartiers and bust down rollies. Right? Show you how to change your life. That's why they call me Mr. 50K and 48.
Mr. 50K and 48. Is that what you said?
Mr. 50K and 48.
What does that mean?
Soon as a client come to me and I look at their profile, they get approved for funding and that money in their account in 2 days.
Got it. They get the 50K and 48. Oh, I like that.
Why we waiting for funding when we can get it
Bro,
today?
that's a slogan.
I mean, but it's not just a slogan because it's real. Right?
Yes.
So like people, Arby's, we have the meats. They shit is trash. Y'all need to switch it up, right? But when I tell you that, like, yo, I'm Mr. 50K and 48, and you send a client and they get approved, and you see that it's really like that, it make you approach the situation different. Because if I'm a man of my word and I'm gonna come and do business with you, you gotta hold up your end of the bargain.
For
now.
sure.
So I only make promises that I can keep. And my slogans is all my promises. I'm gonna always move on business, and I'm gonna get everybody 50K and 48 if they eligible.
Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you see yourself?
In 5 years, I know that this is not gonna be what I'm doing. Like,
You gonna sell it?
no. So I'm gonna keep the business because I'm gonna allow somebody to take over.
Got it.
Because this is gonna be the entry point into my
That makes sense.
8 and 10 figure earners. But in 5 years, I'm gonna be 33. I know about time I'm 35.
Bro, you're young. How old are you?
28.
Holy fuck.
28. Yep. I made my first 6 figures when I was 26.
That's awesome.
Yep. So when
Good for you.
When I'm 35, God gonna have me completely focused on His task and running a ministry and saving the souls that He want me to save.
That's awesome.
So I'm gonna have a couple businesses put up. I'm gonna have a couple businesses that's just fully flourishing and thriving. But I'm gonna be focused on my kids because by then my son is gonna be in high school. And I'm going to like literally just be doing God's work, and I'm gonna get paid to do what He want me to do.
I love that, man. I love that. And I see you doing it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
You're someone that I feel like you say it because you're gonna do it. You don't say it to talk. You don't say it to like just, hot air. No,
I got asthma.
You're gonna
Why would
fucking
waste
I
my breath?
believe it.
Yeah, why would I waste my breath? I got
Yeah,
asthma.
no,
I'm
I
not
believe
shit.
it. I believe it. I can't wait to see it.
Hey, listen, as long as you front seat for the show, you'll never be disappointed. And for the people that's hoping that it don't happen, I'd rather them hold their breath underwater because this shit is about to get crazy. Like it actually starts today. It's been started, but what I'm about to do from now to probably September 15th is about to be a little different.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, definitely heard it here first. It's about to get real spooky outside. I'm about to make a lot of these mentors go in the house, put them bullshit courses up, go revamp that today.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Do me a favor. Look at that camera right there. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Listen,
your
man.
IG, social media, your course, whatever you want to share.
Listen, man, if you ready to change your life, all you got to do is follow me on Instagram at amob_go_crazy. I'm your funder's favorite funder, Mr. 50K and 48, no hassle, no headache. I don't just show you how to go and get access to capital. I'll show you how to not only change your life in your current circumstances, but we breaking generational curses with real information that starts with implementation today. If you tired of the bullshit that they selling, I got free game on my Instagram all day long. Go stream that Rich Off Credit and watch out for this 5-day challenge that we cooking up. Lock in before you get locked out.
My man is always moving on business.
Yes, sir, from sun up to sundown.
I'll make sure to add all those links down below. My brother, it's incredible meeting you, man.
Yes, sir. Nice meeting
Your
you too.
energy, your authenticity is on fire. I love it, man.
I appreciate you.
I can't wait to see what you're going to do next.
Oh, we about to make some money together.
Hell yeah.
You got these clients who need funding. We
Let's
about to
do
put
it
it together.
Let's do it, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Guys, go follow my guy. You need funding. This is who you're going to reach out to. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys.